see a lot of guys that obviously created a lot of family with on that team. 4 years being there in that building with a lot of similar guys, especially defensively. So obviously they didn't get a chance to go against those guys, but to see those guys, see those guys pregame and postgame was pretty dope.
How bad you want that last pick?
Yeah.
Sorry.
If we could refrain from those questions. No, obviously play I should have made. Would have ended the game. Would have been sweet to get that one. But Zadarius is able to get his first sack this year, strip sack this year. So we'll take that. That was being nice.
I was going to say.
You were in protocol at the start of last week. Indianapolis game, it seemed like, was there no way you were not going to play?
I think there was no way I was playing. It was not playing. No matter who the opponent was, if I'm healthy, I want to go out there and play, help my team as much as I can. Obviously, I won't say that Indy didn't play a big factor in that.
Were you concerned at that point?
No, I know.
We don't know what goes on in protocol.
Yeah, I know I was playing.
How is your force different when the defense comes off of a performance like you guys had against Indy where you wanted to be?
No, I think that's one of the best parts about him. He's the same guy every day. Whether you win and you play great defense, whether you lose, win and you play terribly like we did the other day, the message was still the same. We got to be the same guys, and we got to play with more effort. We got to play with that swag that we normally have, that passion, and just badassery. We got to be better in that aspect. I don't think we were, all the way ourselves, and that happens. Obviously it's the NFL. You play against good teams. Just the way the ebb and flow of the season. That it happened that way, and it's easier to learn from a win than it is from a loss. So we'll take it.
When you guys went through that film, was there one specific thing, or the guys looked at and felt like you got it fixed, or was there a couple of things? Just what did you guys take away collectively after you watched that film? Considering the yards and the points that you had.
Yeah, just come back to fundamentals of detail and everything that we do. I think that's when you play great defense, you do fundamentals well, and you detail oriented. We weren't that way this week, in a lot of aspects. I won't get into detail about each one, but I think we learned that. We learned that if we're not fundamentally sound, we don't execute, we can't get beat, and that's what happened.
There's been a couple of plays this year in games where a flag has been thrown, and it's like the defense pauses for a millisecond, and unfortunately it ends up hurting you. How do you guys fix that? I obviously you don't want to get penalized or whatever, but just those pauses, how do you make sure that those don't come back to be like a double mistake?
No doubt. The easiest way is, we don't tell our guys to, not just be aggressive. Obviously, we have an attack front, so they're going to jump off sometimes, and we don't want that, but if it happens once or twice, it happens. Honestly, just keep going, and make them blow the play dead. But we also got to finish on the back end as well. We can't get lax, and like you said, it's easy to think, oh, the play's going to get blown dead, and it doesn't. And then, obviously, like you said, that split second is when the big play happens. So we got to be better in all aspects of it. But it starts with just finishing it down.
How much different is the Seattle offense than what the Colts did?
I think they're going to try to do the same thing. They have a great back. Kenneth Walker. They give him the ball in various ways. Kind of got a little Le'Veon Bell to him. What I saw on film. Very patient, very explosive. Can make any cut. Can catch the ball out the backfield as well. So we got our hands full with that. And then I think they're just going to, again, their thing is married to running the pass, and they're going to make. They're going to try to make plays down the field with, explosive plays, just like the Colts did. So it's not really much, like I said, football is football. You want to run the ball, you want to stop the run, and you want to take shots when you get a chance, and I think they're going to do that. And that's what the Colts did as well.
Anthony, Minshew executed a couple RPOs. Think back to Lamar. Is that an effective play against Schwartz's defense?
Well, we're not fundamentally sound. Yeah, it is. But one of them, I got to get back out to the quarterback. Trust that Ian is going to get that to the dive, and that takes away one of them. The other one, very similar aspect. The person who has a quarterback has to get out. Again, that's all. It goes back to fundamentals and details. And when you're not fundamentally locked in and detail oriented, you get beat. And we got beat on those, a couple RPOs because we weren't, locked in.
Anthony, last week you played next week you're playing a quarterback that kind of had a
a resurgence last year. Geno had a really good season. When you watch him on tape, what stands out to you about the way he plays? What's his best quality?
Yeah, I think he can make every throw. I think he can make the outside throws better than a lot of quarterbacks in the NFL. He can throw on the move. He can use his legs very deceptively. Obviously, I'm biased. I've known Geno for a very long time, being from the same area. Been watching him since he played Little League football. Obviously, he's older than me, but always been a fan. So I think I always thought he was a good quarterback. So I'm biased. It's a question that resurgence. I don't think it was that. I think he got in the right system where it benefits him. Got a run game that marries with the pass, and I think he's a good quarterback when you can put those two together.
Hey, look, you guys have already had your share of setbacks this season and shown some resiliency and resolve. What does that do for a team when you get wins like you have the last couple of weeks, despite being without your starting quarterback and some other guys?
Yeah, sometimes in this league you got to win ugly, and whatever it takes, you got to get it done. We're not going to make excuses because the other team isn't going to make excuses for us. So, we've got to go out there and, like it's a band of us, especially being on the road this week, last week. We got to pack this team and we travel and take some of y'all and we go in there trying to get a win and whatever it takes to get it done. We believe in that.
Is there an art to winning ugly?
You have more points at the end of the day.
Hey, Kevin was saying on Monday that Deshaun is still a leader of this team, and last year you were in a similar situation. You were injured and you had to show those leadership abilities. Excuse me. How difficult is that to do, though, when you're not contributing on the field to be that kind of a guy?
Yeah, it's tough. He understands that, but he's a tough-minded person. I talked to him the last couple days just about his role, and he understands that. And we want him healthy, so he's fine. Trust me. He's a tough-minded guy. He's going to do everything in the battle and get back as soon as possible. When that is, we'll need him. Obviously, he's our franchise quarterback. We all believe in him in his locker room, defensively, offensively, special teams. We all believe in him, and he understands that.
Does having how you described him towards staying even keeled, does that help you guys defensively too? Just kind of as you're trying to really good, but not overreacting or underreacting to whatever happened previously.
No doubt. I think as a defense, you never want to get too high or too low. As a football player overall, but definitely when you play defense, they're gonna. The beauty of playing at this elite level and playing professional football is you get a chance to go against some of the best players, and the other team has that. Our team has that. So, players make plays in practice against us. Teams make plays against us in the game, and we got to be able to respond. And I think we've shown that. We've shown that resilience. Giving up the first touchdown last week against San Fran, then be able to battle back and really settle down and get situated. And then last week, I think it was even more, just to, we get hit in the mouth, we come back, we make a couple plays, we get hit in the mouth again, just the resilience of this team, of this defense, really shown.
Kudos here, offense on the road, they have to deal with the impact of the crowd and stuff like that. And obviously, Seattle's one of the more raucous environments in this league. Just for the defense playing on the road, does that affect you guys at all, or are they a little quieter because they're helping their offense operate?
I hope they're loud. No, I hope they're loud when their offense is on the field. Obviously, I don't think that will be the case. But again, we got to go out and execute our stuff. We can't worry about the other team. Obviously, we do. Whenever we got to play their sets and everything like that. But we can't worry about the crowd noise. We can't worry about when our offense is on the field. I think Coach did a good job talking about that today. We got to worry about us when we're on the field and us fixing assignments on the sideline. We got to worry about that.
What's Deshaun's message been to you and the rest of the guys as he fights through this?
Yeah, I haven't even honestly let him talk. I told him that we have his back, and that's my message to him. That's the whole team's message to him. That's Kevin's message to him. The whole team has his back. This whole building has his back, and he understands that.
Is this the best you've seen Miles
We'll do
play?
it. The last one here. Since I've been here?
Since you've been.
That's a tough question. Miles is Miles, man. You can't really say that. Miles has always played well since I've been here. He's always been that dominant force that we need. I think, if you want to say the field goal block, kind of puts it over the top. It does, but he's always been that dominant force, and obviously that's what you have in Miles. He's a special player.